Hello, Jade.
Hello, Riley.
Hello, how's it going?
I did a thing today.
What did you do?
I did something for the first time I'd never done before.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Is it waking up on time?
What is on time in my life?
I don't know.
I boiled eggs.
Boiled eggs!
I boiled my own eggs.
Yay! I've never had a hard-boiled egg, fun fact. How was it? How was the
I
egg?
mean, they came out edible.
That's good! That's good. That's a
Like,
huge step.
maybe even decent.
Holy shit, that's a huge step. Good job, good job. Genuinely, good job there, good job. My desk is so dusty right now. Holy
I
fuck.
want to see if I can make egg salad. Because I boiled
Ooh.
6 eggs. I've eaten 2 of them.
You can make an egg salad, yeah. Just cut up the eggs and put them in a fucking salad.
Yeah. And some mayonnaise, some pickles.
You already have enough eggs in there. Don't put mayonnaise.
Why not?
That's like egg and then juiced goopy egg. That seems like it'll fucking hurt you in some way. If I'm not allowed to have mac and cheese because it's too much cheese, I think that might be too much egg. You know? You dig?
If anything, I could use the fat, couldn't I?
Oh, that's true.
I'm like 120 pounds of fucking nothing here.
That's true. Okay, you're allowed to eat the egg salad with the mayonnaise. I think that might like come out like that might. I don't know. Let's just say that might constipate you, but eggs aren't dairy, so they wouldn't do that. It'll just make you sick, I guess. I don't know. When I have too much mayonnaise, I get like disgustingly sick. There was a time over the summer where I would like eat a whole like 16 ounces of pasta salad with mayonnaise in it. And that might have been the dumbest decisions of my life. I did it like twice in 1 week. I ate those 16 ounces of mac and cheese, the pasta salad, and it was fucking disgusting. But I loved it because it's fucking pasta salad. I love pasta salad. I could go for some right now, but I know that as soon as I would open those containers, it's like, oh god, this is so
Pasta salad
intimidating.
is actually pretty popular here as well.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very popular food. Very popular. It's very yummy.
Like, it's served cold. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's awful.
No, I love it.
Something wrong with you.
No, I love it. It's nice and it's nice as a side at a barbecue, you know, at a party. You get your hot dog, some chips, whatever the fuck, I don't know, like a hot dog or burger or something, and you get a little side of pasta salad to have. It's nice. It's nice. It makes me very cozy and makes me think of like 4th of July party and stuff, and it's fun. You know, I like going to family parties and stuff like that. Um, but what have you been up to, Jade?
Well, you mentioned the feeling of coziness.
Yeah, yeah.
You've been introduced to some coziness
I
now that
have
you didn't expect to like.
meth.
If
Yeah, I
only
try.
it
I
were
tried
like,
meth the other day.
fuck that, yeah, same. You wouldn't be
Yeah.
the first person I've dated who's told me that.
Well, it's not meth. It's Palworld, which is probably worse for you than meth. Yeah, I tried Palworld with Jade the other night, and it was fun. I did not expect to like it. My aversion to Palworld mainly stemmed from it feeling like it was trying to appeal to every single possible demographic of gaming ever. You know, survival, open world, crafting
Yeah.
mechanics with shooting and Pokemon creature collection. Like, it just felt like too much. And it was like, no, this isn't my thing. Plus, I remember seeing when Palworld first was released to the public, and a lot of the designs looked lazy as fuck. They looked like AI Pokemon characters that were given a 3D model, and I didn't like it. But after seeing Jade play a bit of it, and seeing that there has been more improvements to the art and to and more of a fleshing out of a lot of the mechanics at first that I thought were just gimmicks, I decided, you know what, I'd give it a try with Jade, and I started playing it, and I like it. It's not my favorite. game ever. It's nowhere near my like top 30 or whatever the fuck, but it's an enjoyable game. It does the mechanics that it's trying to do in a very cozy way. I feel like it's not intensive. You know, the progression in the game isn't so overwhelming like it is in a lot of other survival crafting games and of the like and such. It's cozy. It's something that's fun to play with Jade, and I think that's good. And some of the designs I do actually really like Chill It. I really like Chill It. I
Chill
think
it,
it's cute.
chill it. You
Chill
bring
It.
a chill it up on. I'll bring a chill it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really like Chill It. I think Chill It is really cute. It hits my favorite design points in a little creature, and that's when it's long and silly looking, and then big and cute, so you can cuddle it. That's
Long,
those.
silly
Yeah,
looking, big and cute.
yeah. This is Chill It. I like Chill It. Chill It's cute.
Chill it, chill it is quite cute, but I will say,
Is that a Chill It plush?
I believe so.
Oh my god, is that official?
I don't think so.
That man looks so comfy with it. I would fucking kill for that. Only being $44. Pal merch over there. Pal merch. Chill It human size on the left there. On the left. But move. Yeah, yeah. Is that the official Palworld store? Look at that link. It looks like it.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, depresso.
Is this
It
official?
actually looks more like angry than depressed here. I'm not gonna
Yeah, yeah, it
lie.
does.
What other plushes do they have?
Lamball.
Fuck the Lamball.
Chickadicky.
Ooh, I like the cat. I like the Catress, but
Are
that's
these
just a weird
official?
thing.
Hold on, can you find the Palworld website? That Relaxosaurus does not look official. The Chill It looks adorable though. Human size plush. I have to find this myself. Hold on. All right.
Well, I mean, this is the pocket pair.
Right. Do they have a site
Jobs, news.
about us? Is there an about us on the actual
This is a fucking
store?
kid. The CEO is a goddamn child.
uh hold on.
Sorry, Takuro, but you do look like a fucking child. You do not
Is
look like the
Pal
CEO.
merch official? Okay, so r/Palworld official Palworld merchandise is available for pre-order, and these are not these are not the designs that are on the store here. Hold on. The actual official store is store.anaplexusa.com. There is a Chill It plush, but it's small. It's not life size. This is not the official store. The store we are currently showing is not official.
Okay.
But the actual official merch does look more high quality and is cheaper. The Depresso actually looks depressed. These actually look like plushies. They look like they're felty as nice and stuff. Like that Depresso looks like shit. But like the Chill It's not life sized. So I don't know. Anyway, that's enough talking about fucking unofficial merch.
Plushies.
That is absolutely not. This is absolutely not the official store. Absolutely
No,
not.
but like, are what these people are doing legal?
Yes, it is legal. Yeah, you can do this.
Okay, you can do this.
Yeah, you can do this.
I used to make and sell little unravel, like,
Aw, like Unravel the game.
yeah.
Aw, you used to like sell your own merch for that.
No, like I would make the little unravel.
Yeah, you would make this and
And
sell it.
I would make this and I would sell
Aw, I
and
didn't
give
know
it to
that.
people.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
I think I
you.
still have one somewhere
I didn't know
around.
you were a fan of Unravel.
I never played it,
Oh,
but
you just
I
like the
did
design.
watch some people play it, and I thought this game was gorgeous and wonderful. And I don't
It is
know, like
gorgeous.
it
I
just
haven't played it or seen anything about it, but I do love the design of the little man.
like And there was a little tutorial that said like, oh, all you need is like a little piece of wire and some wool, and there you go.
Oh, it's adorable. That's adorable. Yeah, there's a DIY tutorial right there.
Yeah, these were fun to make, but I like these blushes.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
Palworld. It
I came into it also with that same mindset of like, I'm not gonna like this.
yeah,
Like, shout out to the little bird that's, been
it
generous
flutters
enough and
around.
drops copies of Palworld off at people's doorsteps. But I really did go in thinking like, this is not my kind of game. Number one, aside from the whole Pokemon thing, I'd never played a game in this genre. Like,
A
you've played
survival crafting game.
Valheim, you've played Ark.
I have not played Ark. I just,
Oh
I just,
well,
I
you
just don't like
know
the look
Ark.
of it. Yeah, I know Ark.
But you've played like 7 Days to Die.
No, I actually haven't.
No, the Forest is the one you've
The
played.
forest. I played the forest.
You played the Forest. But these like survival crafting, do it all, like the closest I've come to that genre possibly before is like RimWorld.
In Minecraft, but that's like
Don't think Minecraft classifies as that same genre, really.
it has the survival part, but the way the crafting is done is less of a modular based thing like all these other games have, and more like direct.
Mm.
But other than that,
Uh,
it still follows like the same principles.
it does kind of follow the same principle,
Less
but there's a
resource management and
there's
stuff like other
there's
games.
less of a technology curve in Minecraft. Like if you
More of a
have the
creative
resources,
curve.
you can build. Yeah, a creative curve. Like if you have the resources, you can build anything.
Yeah,
You don't need to level up to a certain
yeah.
point.
Minecraft though isn't a 1-to-1, but I don't know. Minecraft is a very unique game.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I still remember at one point before Microsoft bought it, there were like free copies of Minecraft that schools could apply for
Yeah, yeah, no,
because it was seen as an educational
yeah.
game. And it's
There's
like, that's amazing to
there's
me.
Minecraft Education Edition, which adds like stuff to teach lessons with, like blocks relating to color theory and stuff relating to elements. Like you can make your own periodic table of elements in hold on, I have
That's
to
pretty
raise your
cool.
volume. You can make your own periodic table of elements in Minecraft and stuff, and like assign projects for children to use. I think that's wonderful. It's a great way of
It is,
teaching like
but
lessons
like
hands on while also getting
with
people to be a bit more
Palworld,
tech savvy and stuff. I think it's cool.
with the Palworld, it was such a new experience to me. And honestly, it was not even about the pals. They become and you can see this as well. They do become very secondary very quickly.
Yeah, yeah,
Like obviously, as you get more and more powerful pals, you'll be using them. But like, I don't know, it just doesn't. When you catch a Pokemon in Pokemon, that Pokemon is your like, oh, this is my Pikachu.
right.
Like
I mean,
this is this.
if you're doing a playthrough that isn't like a fucking catching a lot of, like if you're doing like what I normally do and you just catch like your team and like that's kind of it, then yeah, it's like that, yeah, where it's like this is my unpheasant, you know, like not that
Yeah,
anyone's ever given a fuck about an unpheasant, but
but it's the one you caught that time, and you didn't catch another one because there's no like reason to.
right.
I mean, in Pokemon in general, just in like normal gameplay, is there any reason to catch multiple of the same Pokemon?
Eevee, but that's yeah, Pokemon with split
But that's like a
evolutions.
really
Like
that's a
there's
very
there's a couple
specific
but
example.
there's a couple Pokemon that have split evolutions. Like
Yeah, but I mean,
Poliwhirl
like,
can become Poliwrath or Politoad. Yeah.
uh,
Slowpoke can become Slowbro or Slowking. Yeah,
but
but other than split evolutions, there's really no other reason to catch multiple types
eh,
of Pokemon. Unless I mean, of course you can always do like a game where you're only using one Pokemon. You just have six of them. Field Team 6.
Seal Team 6. What's that
there's a
seal?
fun
There,
video.
there is a seal Pokemon. What's it?
Seal.
It's
Well,
actually called Seal.
yeah, there's a Pokemon called Seal. There's a Pokemon. Its evolution is
And you just
Dugong.
have a team of six.
Yes, SEAL
Seals.
Team 6. But the video
SEAL
I
Team
yeah,
6.
the video I was referencing was the Pokemon Spheal, like with sphere seal. You know, he's a ball seal. And there's a video by a guy named Flygon HG who does Pokemon Nuzlocke, and he did Spheal Team 6, where it was just six seals, Spheals. Spheal evolves into Celio and then Walrein, which is a big walrus.
But on the note there, like, just thinking about the different aspects and the different ways, it's still 0.3, right? So a
Yeah,
lot of
so
the
there's a
shit's
lot of
early
growing.
and up in the air. But as far as the game stands right now,
It's pretty good. It's pretty
like,
neat.
is that technology tree really like similar in the genre to a lot of others? Is that just how they are,
Um,
or are they
let
doing
me
something like?
think. A lot of
Because
games that
it
are in
feels
this genre
weird
don't
to
really
have a tech tree
have
like
tech
that.
tree. They don't really have tech trees, and instead it's more of a you can build anything whenever you want. You just have to get the resources to do so, and that is the progression. Like getting to a new area and getting the resources in that area. Like Valheim, you unlock the ability to build things by getting the resources to build them and not so much the levels, right?
Experience, I
Yeah,
see.
there's
So
no
it's actually on
experience. Yeah.
resources and not experience.
Yeah. Palworld, you can't build a crossbow until you get to like level 15, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And I like that, but also feel it should be reworked a little bit. Like I think instead of working on levels, it should
The thing is
I guess
that
what I want
when I see things
it
like
could also
that,
tie in with the pals too, where
but
you
that's
could
the
do like
thing,
a
is that
researching thing, like you know in like Factorio you have your little research station and it researches things
right?
for you, and you can
There's
have a
things
pal
in
automate
game
that.
design, right? Well, and the point that you're making right there, this thing, because I'm no game designer. We all know who the game dev is in the
Yeah.
server, but I watched a lot of videos on game design and game development, and one of the things I notice is that, when you look at it that from that perspective, you have the other side of like, what are we going to need to do to have you interact with the pals?
Right.
Because if we make this just like Valheim with pals, or
It'll be
you know, Pokemon with
useless.
guns, it really doesn't incentivize you to engage with all of the systems. It's the same thing with the light. They could have made the light system less severe in the night, but they made the torch. They made the 3D model for
Right.
the torch. The torch is an unlockable technology that you can choose not to unlock. Like you can just leave technologies on the floor. But it gives it's that design thing of like, how are we going to make the players engage? And I think that a lot of that stuff's going to be smoothed out. I know I keep referring to 0.3, but it does feel like something of just like, let's have a way to make the players engage with everything, and then as the systems get used, as player feedback comes in, testing, all of that, a lot of the stuff I think is going to be smoothed out.
Right. Right. And I hope so too because I want Palworld to make its a release and have a full fledged game. You know, I want like the biggest critiques for me of Palworld that I know are going to get changed eventually, but I have still anyway, are the UI, which you agree with me on,
Yes, 100%.
and just the contrast between the world and the art design for the characters and pals. I don't think that the pals and the characters fit in the world. I think the world is some parts of it look better than others, but I think it would benefit a lot from some sort of cell shaded look or just more saturation. You know, like there's a couple games
I think
in the style that I know would look like the pals would look better in those worlds and stuff. It's just
because with you
like
mentioning
for
that,
yeah.
right, it makes me think of, where would it be?
There's a couple games I have in my head. I
The
just can't remember their names.
the character model for Palworld,
Right.
right? The character model that you have. Let me just pull up this picture. This is a screenshot from our game.
Yeah.
The thing is that this feels very generic early
Yeah.
draft,
Yeah. I
and it's
think
editable.
Yeah.
It's very editable. Like you have a character creator in Palworld. So what I'm thinking is that these are just the early building blocks of what is later going to
Yeah,
become a
I
more
absolutely think that before the game comes
uniform
out,
look.
the character designs need to be tweaked. Like the actual world itself looks pretty, but if you can pull up the screenshot again, I don't know if you closed out of it with like X'd out or whatever, but if you open that back up, you can see what I'm meaning here. Like these art styles don't really like the Earth looks a little too natural compared to the characters who look very plasticky anime, you know? And the
Yeah.
pals too look anime. So I feel like the world needs to reflect that a bit more. And some areas are visually, like color wise, they match. It's just textures and like lighting. Like it needs to be all tweaked a bit to make it seem more cohesive. But that's just me.
I I definitely think that the direction maybe to go would be a slightly less anime,
That would
honestly,
be good too.
because you don't want this to look like it's trying to appeal to like a
I'm
young
just saying
audience
do
either,
that
I
because I
think.
feel the pals would probably look best in an anime art style like how they are now. And it'd be harder to
There's a
rework
nice
every
way
single
to
pal.
blend that with the pals. Look,
Yeah.
good design will fix that with pals. I've seen some pals that look like Chillet looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You know, there's maybe some work to do on how Chillet moves. And you know, I shudder to think your reaction on riding Chillet.
I want to ride the Chillet, even if it's not good.
It's cursed as fuck.
All right. And then it'll keep it up. Ah! Keep it up. I want to talk about the UI. So this is the thing me and you both agree on, but the UI is really bland and generic and boring, and there's really no interesting
Yes.
thing to it at all. But again, it's 0.3. This is something that's absolutely going to be changed.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel
but
that
even though I say it's
UI,
0.3, it's good to voice
yeah,
some
it's good
criticisms
to
because
place it.
this is the point at which it's going to make the
Yeah.
most difference.
So I think that a UI is what really makes a game like feel like it really what ties in the game's feel together. If your game is a very generic UI, then your game is going to be boring as fuck. Your game is going to feel soulless. Your game is going to not have that coziness to it because you're going through menus that are boring and are generic and minimalist. And nobody wants to go through those unless you're a fucking like autist who loves maximization of their shit and they only play Factorio and like that's the type of person who likes this type of UI. But I don't think this is the permanent UI. If it is,
The
then
thing
that
is,
sucks.
Factorio arguably has a much better
Oh, it
UI,
does
even though,
because the UI
like,
relates to its art style.
not only that, but the UI is incredibly functional.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And then
The U I can
you're
see
just
this.
gonna get me off on a Factorio line.
Yeah,
I love that game and like such a game design way.
yeah. Um, I think that's actually all my opinions on Power Worlds so far. I've only played like 7 hours of it. I played it like the other night with Jada for a long time, and then last night for an hour. Um, but
But like,
yeah.
then let's just kill the elephant in the room. Then, what do you now think of the lawsuits?
So I always thought they were silly because they're not over anything major. They're over like small patents. And if I'm being entirely honest, I still don't care. It's like a corporate drama.
It is a corporate
That's
drama,
what
but
it is, and I just
that
don't
is
care.
explicitly what Nintendo said
Unless
when
it gets bigger.
you
Uh,
saw the quote from Nintendo,
I did
right? Where
not
they
see the
said,
quote.
so they said, this is just business. It's
Okay.
not even about competition. It's not even about you did steal our patents. It's not about the law. It's not about what
It's just hey,
right or
you
wrong.
guys tripped our
This
patent.
is how we do business. Welcome to the party. So there's this sink or swim for Palworld.
I think. Well, didn't they get money from Sony for the lawsuits and stuff?
They're making a deal with Sony, as far
Okay.
as I know. Look,
I
I
think
don't
if they
know
get
all
that
the
Sony
details
money,
there.
then they'll be good. Because Sony, even though Sony consoles don't always compete level to level with Nintendo, I'm pretty sure Sony has more money than Nintendo, considering
The
they
thing
do more
is
than
that
video games.
this is by far much more a like Sony PlayStation title to me in my mind visually than a Nintendo title.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
you know, you can add all the Breath of the Wild comparisons, which I've heard now. and you can add all of the Pokemon comparisons, but it doesn't feel like either, I guess. Okay, I've never played Breath of the Wild.
It does feel a lot like Breath of the Wild if it had crafting mechanics and pals. Like get rid of the pals and the crafting mechanics, and you kind of have like the
So the
same
world
vibe.
traversal,
World
you
traversal, the world design, like combat. It all feels like Breath of the Wild.
this might sound weird, but I do think that the world design is very safe.
In this,
Yeah,
yeah, it is. It is.
like
Like you have your
you
forested
making
area.
comparisons to
Well, I'm
Breath of
making
the Wild,
comparisons
but
to Breath of the
even that
Wild.
design on its face is very safe.
Breath
This
of
is
the
this
Wild?
zone, this is this zone. Yeah.
Well, Breath of the Wild. What do you mean? Well, Breath of the Wild gets its beauty of its world design through like the care that goes into the designing the landscapes and stuff. Like the Breath of the Wild is fun to explore because there's so many areas that were specifically carved out to get your attention, and there's really nothing there except that it looks neat and it's fun to look at and stuff. Well, this game doesn't really have that. It just kind of it's a very surface level because again it's still in development. Yeah, these are very surface level
Yeah.
areas. We
Look,
most of the discussion
lacking
on
on
Palworld.
landmarks.
Yeah, no
They're
landmarks, but
lacking on landmarks.
there
But
there is
I
stuff that
will
still pulls
say
my attention around.
the parts of the world that you haven't seen yet, that I've now explored in my solo game. I didn't even get that far with Anseri because like fuck, you've seen Anseri play.
Yeah,
But there are parts of the world that I think are really going to surprise you.
I hope so. I hope
Because
so.
I mean, like the one mechanic you really praised. I think you were asking me if it had, or saying that it would be cool if it had that mechanic, and then I showed it to you, where in hot zones your ice
Yeah,
pals would keep you cool, and in cold zones your fire pals would keep you warm.
right.
Like, imagine the type of zones you can create around that effect. Just
Yeah,
what that allows for design.
like a
So yeah,
volcano that you have
I'm
to go
excited.
through, and unless you have an ice pal with you, you will freeze. You'll fucking burn to death or something. Or maybe you're
Yeah,
going down super deep into a cave, and you can only traverse further if you have a fire pal to keep you warm. I like that sort of mechanic. It's a very nice, subtle like Breath. Again, this is something Breath of the Wild actually has this too. You can keep a fire with you to keep you warm and stuff. Like the temperature stuff, I think it works a lot. And considering that the pals are a unique way to have that mechanic get into this game, I like it. I like it's another interaction with the pals to justify having them, of the variety of them and stuff. It's good. It's good. It's good. And I think I've said everything I can about Palworld, honestly, for the day.
yeah. I mean, there really is a lack of things to say with it
Yeah,
being
it's
in
still
the
in
early
development.
development, with also the question of whether or not like this is going to make it to release in any way recognizable to what it is today, between lawsuits and
Well,
design changes
the
between now and
patents are
then.
over very small things, over how the pals are caught and stuff, and over how they're
Look,
stored and crap. Small gameplay
beyond
mechanics.
Palworld itself, the patent thing is problem. The patent lawsuit is incredibly problematic for the game world overall, because do you know like what one of the things, do you know the Middle Earth games, Shadow of Mordor and
Yeah,
Shadow of War, like you know the nemesis system in those games?
I don't.
So in short, right, you get these or not goblin, orcs. You get the orc characters. You're the good guy, the orcs are the bad guys. It's very Middle Earth. The nemesis system allows that when you get killed by one of these orcs, they get actually promoted. And like when you come back to fight them again, they're like, "Hey, I remember fucking killing you. I'm gonna have to do it again." And they start getting cocky. And there's this whole system that's interlinked between you can actually get an orc under your mind control, get it raised through the ranks by foul play with others, helping it in fights, making it kill you, like you know, in front of other orcs. It had this whole system tied in that actually became more engaging
I've heard
than
of the
any.
infinite instance situation of it being patented.
Right.
So now you
It
can't
is
use it.
patented. So no other game was allowed to use that nemesis system. Think about
Yeah,
how that would make so many games so interesting to play, because that mechanic, that patented mechanic,
that is such an in-depth mechanic. Just you can't
is
use it.
stuck to that IP by that
Yeah,
the
I think patenting game mechanics fucking sucks. There's a small one that I
so
have. There's a small one that I have in my knowledge where I think it was Atari that did this, where they patented the ability to play a game on a loading screen. Like they released, I forget, it was like some racing game, and on the loading screens you could play Galaga, and they patented that, so you can't do that. You can't play a game on a loading screen.
wow.
Yeah, it's fucked.
But
So
games have
yeah.
done now like a lot of different interesting things with loading screens.
Yeah, yeah. And plus loading screens get shorter and shorter every year, so it doesn't matter as much. But for a while there, it was like loading screens
The
are
thing
really
is,
long and boring, and
I
this was a
feel
neat
like
thing to have. 'Cause that was done during the
there are two
2000s and
kinds of
everything.
loading screens to think about, really. Look how nerdy this one's getting. There's two kinds of loading screens. There's the ones that load in certain sections of a game as you play, right?
Right, and then
This
there's
happens
there's the ones
in
that
all
load
sorts of games.
the games
But then
themselves,
there's GTA 5.
where they just sit there for
They're
like
just like,
three
we're gonna
minutes.
make you sit
Uh,
through all of the loading scenes you would have seen in your next 6 hours of gameplay. We're just gonna make you sit through all of the loading scene at the front of it.
or you have Sonic 06, where it's load in area, go up to an NPC, load in the NPC conversation, and conversation ends. Load in another guy talking to you. Conversation ends. Load in the next area.
Okay, that
Walk
just
to the
sounds
start
like
of the
awful
mission, and then
design,
load
and
in
somebody needs to be
the
shot.
level itself. Have you ever played Sonic 06 or seen any gameplay of Sonic 06?
I'm not a furry.
Shut up, that's not a no. No. Sonic 06. It's Sonic 06. It's
Tell
Sonic
me
06.
that anybody playing modern Sonic
It's not
games
Sonic
is
Sonic,
getting
it's
excited about
2006.
them.
I was 2.
Every single one of them are furries. But you're a furry.
Yeah, and Sonic 06 is the worst game ever made. So like
But I
how
haven't played it.
blah. I'm gonna play it on stream one day. I'm gonna play Sonic 06 on stream one day. I think it's like a perfect game to stream. It is so broken and stupid that you just laugh at everything. You don't even get frustrated because it's just so fucking funny. Whenever something breaks in Sonic 06, it isn't annoying. It isn't frustrating. It's just hilarious.
I'm gonna go see a speed run of Sonic 06 just to like experience this.
Yes, yes. I have to use the bathroom. There'll be a quick break right here. I need to use the bathroom. It might take a bit, but don't worry for the audience. It'll just be 5 seconds.
Mama.
I just took a shit in the toilet, and I'm scared Nintendo might sue me because it looks like the Wii U.
God.
I feel better now.
Do you feel lighter?
I do feel lighter. I feel more relaxed
That's
as well.
good.
I see that you watched a Sonic 06 speedrun, and it is mostly loading screens. It is, because Sonic 06 sucks.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Look, there's no excuse for such bad design.
I don't know what the fuck happened. It was for the 25th year anniversary for Sonic.
Oh
I was it 25th?
They
Hold on.
fucked up.
Hold on, wait. 15 years. Sorry, 15 years. I'm stupid.
They fucked up.
It was 15 years. 2016 would have been the 25th anniversary. It was
They fucked
2006. 15 years. They fucked it up
fucked up.
so hard. Sonic always fucks up its anniversaries, though. Like the 20th year anniversary. Well, 20th year anniversary was good. That was Sonic Generations. That game's good. That was 2011. 2016, the 25th anniversary game was Sonic Boom.
Have you seen what Sonic fans are?
I've seen what Sonic fans are. I've seen it.
You've been you know.
The 30th year anniversary had all of its stuff late, and then it was like Sonic Frontiers.
Society.
It was Sonic Frontiers.
Fans on the internet.
Shut up. All right, shut up. I'm not even that big of a Sonic fan. I like Sonic as a concept. I haven't even played any of his games. Shut up. I don't even. Sonic characters are like I mean, they have fun designs, but like that's not what I'm.
Yes.
That's not. You're putting words in my mouth. Have I ever streamed a Sonic game?
Not yet.
You're right. I haven't yet. Oh my god. Okay.
So,
We were gonna talk about something last podcast, but it was forgotten
it
about.
hadn't happened yet.
Oh, yeah, that too. There's two things. There's two
That
things.
too. Two things, but I want to
We'll do the
start
one
on
that's
this
shorter
thing
first. We'll do the one that's shorter.
because there isn't much to say about it, but there is some poignant things to say. Like, my
Yeah.
goodness, that
There's
did
one
look like two actual,
there's
like,
only one quote of it that I even want to mention.
you know,
Let me see if I can pull it up actually while you're talking about your thing.
I just mean, like, aside from the fact that JD Vance absolutely gives me serial killer vibes, like, there was a rather cordial debate.
Yeah, I think it was too cordial. Oops. Get my sign-in information up. It was a little too cordial in my opinion. Cuz you had
No. No, no, no.
you no, you had the whole fucking last couple months was just full of uh Walsh calling JD Vance a weirdo and stuff, and then you get on stage with him and he's like trying to act like nothing ever happened and stuff. It's kind of weak.
The thing is that if, look, Walls, as far as I understand it, right?
Right.
Walls is just a guy.
He is just a guy, yeah.
Like,
I don't
he's
doubt
not
that he
even
actually
like
believed what he said. I don't doubt that.
politician brained, if you get what I mean. Like,
Right.
he's not
I
somebody who got
fully
into political office in order to get into power.
yeah,
Like, shit like that. Like,
I fully believe that Tim Walz meant everything he said about JD Vance on that stage and previously. I fully believe that he both
yeah,
thinks that JD Vance is a guy who he disagrees with while also believing that JD Vance isn't someone who should be running the country. I believe he believes those things fully.
yeah.
But the thing is, it's still not a good look to like completely change your rhetoric when you see someone in person. Not that it changes my opinion of Tim Walz at all, but it changes some other people's opinions quite
But
a
in
bit.
the broader scope of things, right? Look, this is me speaking once again, probably very much as somebody looking from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But this at least shows some semblance of, like, the America that wasn't this fucking crazy is still in there somewhere.
It's in there. You
Like,
just gotta
even
believe.
even if the person on the other side of the debate stage is a fucking psychopath, like, that's not the first time or the last time that's gonna happen in any place.
Right.
But, like, the fact that you can stand there and talk about what you're actually wanting to say instead of, like, look, the thing with Trump is it's not just about, like, the antagonism of it. It's the fact that once it reaches that point, you're no longer even discussing issues. Because as much
Right.
as JD Vance is wrong, it's better that to stand there and say, like, this is wrong than to call him a freak.
That's true. That's
Like,
true. I'm just saying he was too cordial.
he
No,
is a freak. We know
he
this.
didn't
This
have
has
to get up
been
there and call JD
established.
Vance a freak. But I think too often he was trying to be like, oh, I agreed with a lot of things you said there. I think that just was said a little too often. Not that it's a bad strategy, just that saying he was going a
But
little
he
too hard
did
on it.
get Vance to say it as well.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Think
Um,
about it. You've
yeah,
seen me
that's good.
play
That's good.
Overwatch, right? Like,
Yeah.
you've been on the voice call with me, and you can attest to how pissed off I got, right? But what's happening in the Overwatch chat?
What? Oh, what do you mean? Like, oh, good game and stuff, and
Yeah,
all, like
good
lots of
vibes.
loves.
Good, you know,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you do want your opponent to give you a little bit of fucking respect, and that way you may not have to, like, be as antagonistic.
Right.
Like, it remember, there's always going to be differing ideals, right? There's a whole range of topics around the world that could cause any amount of strife. all the way from LGBT rights to how do we mine for oil or coal or any of this. Like,
Right.
how do we do it? Where do we do it? When do we do it? Who do
Right.
we pay to do it? How safe should it be? Like, there's a million issues to argue about. So instead of calling each other's freaks and weirdos, it's better to just have some semblance of sanity. So I do get your point that maybe the Democrats are historically soft on going against their opponent. But in the landscape of what's been happening,
It
God, it
does.
was just
Yeah.
really fucking good to see two sides actually disagree and yet also go like, yes, we can both admit these are kinda issues.
Right.
We just have different ways of solving them. I want to solve it this way. No, I believe that's wrong. I want to solve it that way. And then through discussion, like, it's a lot better than the Trump tactic of I win, you lose. Because that's part of the problem.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for me, um, I just wish the Democrats pushed harder. I like
They do have a
you could
problem
still
with
have
that,
that
yes.
cordial
But I'd
like
argue they
discussion, but
have been doing
they
that
need
with,
to push things with
I feel
Republicans
like they
further.
have been
They
doing
need to
that
call out
better with
they need to call
Kamala.
out Trump being a fucking pedophile. They need to call out Project 2025 at every single opportunity you can. They need
Look,
to fucking actually persecute Gen 6
if
rioters and shit. Like
if
they
if
need
the
to.
P. Diddy thing has taught me anything, it's that there are creeps in every corner. So the Democratic Party as a whole has also got a few
Yeah, but
holes that is leaking
I
out
don't
of
think
there.
Harrison Walls
No, I
are
don't think
part of that. So
Harrison
I think they
Walls.
can fucking push for it. Yeah.
I mean, look, if a Clinton came out of that, like, I wouldn't fucking be surprised. I wouldn't be falling out of my chair.
Right.
So, like, I just do believe that there are powerful names in both parties that have
Yeah.
partied with Diddy. Like, look,
Wait, hold on.
like,
Diddy. No, not Diddy. No,
yes.
I don't think Hillary Clinton's parting with Diddy.
No, I don't think Hillary Clinton's partying with
I
Diddy,
don't
but
think no
would you be
no Diddy's
how
not a
shocked would
that
you be if
if I
you
saw
heard
Bill
that Bill
Clinton, yeah, I
Clinton,
would because that's two different areas. No, Diddy's musicians, actors, Hollywood, that type of stuff. Different type of elite.
yes,
Different
but
type of elite.
how shocked would you be?
Politicians don't want to be seen at a fucking Diddy party. They'll be seen at an Epstein party. They got their own circles that they're gonna get wrapped up in, not Diddy. That's a little bit of a
Remember,
misnomer
not
there.
all the names are explicit.
Yeah, I know there'll be some outliers, but I don't think you're gonna be seeing like major Democrat
No,
politicians partying at a fucking Diddy party. They're gonna be partying at Epstein.
I'm not even. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not even
I would be
making the
surprised. I would
accusation.
be surprised if I saw Bill Clinton there because I'm like, wait, you're cheating on your man. You're cheating on Epstein. What are you doing at Diddy? You miss your man that much? That's what I would be like.
And in the grand scheme of things, considering what everybody was getting up to, do you think that Epstein and Diddy didn't party together?
No, because those are
You
different
don't
vibes.
think,
Those are different things going on. Diddy's like massive orgy of sex and drugs and shit. While Epstein is like, go rape this 14-year-old in this private room. That's the difference there. One of them is for coastal elites who are billionaires on an island somewhere where they can be their intelligentsia, rich, whatever on your
reenact the
island.
120 Days of Sodom?
Yeah, and then the other one is Diddy with his massive orgies and drugs and act and like new like young like party guys. That's the difference there. That's
And
the
there's zero
difference.
crossover.
I feel like there's very little crossover. There's very
I
little.
think that
Like
once you
Epstein's
start
for
trafficking
businessmen, and
humans who
Epstein's for
once you
businessmen, and
start,
Diddy is for like party boys. That's what it was. That's what the difference was.
look,
It's a
they
different. There's a
held
different
different kind.
crowd.
All you're saying is they held different kinds of parties.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
saying that they
I'm sure they traded. They probably
they traded.
interacted.
That's
They
my point.
traded.
Is they
Yeah,
may
but
have traded.
I'm saying that the participants are different. I don't think the people going to an Epstein's Island are the people going to Diddy parties, and the people going to Diddy parties are the people going to Epstein's Island. I don't think so.
So here's the question: do you think Diddy went to Epstein's Island?
Maybe once or twice, but again, it's like, do you really think
Well, my
Epstein would have had a
point.
black guy? Like, do you think Epstein would have been close friends with a fucking black guy like that? Like, I don't know.
You're just so naive,
I'm so
sweet.
naive. I'm so naive to think
Yes,
that
because
Epstein
you
would have
don't think
allowed.
that these two people who like were known for
Did
being
he? No, these
terrible
are different. These are different vibes,
and
though. They're different
human
vibes.
trafficking, and just because they were into different fetishes personally does not mean that they did not
I
have
don't
crossover
think
and did not.
Diddy and
And
Epstein
you're
were
basically
friends.
drawing a line and saying
They were probably
it's the same
fucking
thing.
business
It's like,
rivals.
you
This is
know,
a horrible conversation. I'm ending it now.
it
This is
is a
this is a
horrible.
horrible conversation.
It is a horrible
This I don't know how we
conversation. I'm
got
just
here.
being unapologetic with these fucking
I
freaks.
don't. I so am I. I don't know why the fuck this conversation started from. I'm just saying that I don't think Diddy and Epstein had overlap. They were business rivals. They were in the same
Business
market. They
rival,
were in the same market,
the
and they were
same
competing.
market.
Yeah.
They're
What were we
competing.
talking about?
Okay.
What were we talking about? We were talking about the debate. Oh, there was a part of the debate where JD Vance was talking about Springfield, and I didn't pick up on this because I it was going too fast, but I didn't pick up on this. But when there's this part after Springfield.
Springfield, Ohio does have a large number of Haitian migrants who have legal status, temporary protected status.
Well, Margaret, but
thank you, Senator. We have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important
we're
because
going to turn out of the economy. Thank
Margaret,
you.
the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me,
The rules were you guys weren't going to fact check.
The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on.
Just a complete ghoul. Hey guys, you guys said you weren't going to correct me if I said something wrong. Now let me lie more.
No, but like,
God.
what's even more interesting to me is what he continues on to say from that point, because I do remember that part of the debate.
Oh, he basically was just saying, because they muted him. He was just saying shit like, he was just reciting immigration law and being like, technically these immigrants are actually here illegally because under this. That's basically what he was saying.
Maybe more to do with that last statement that was actually played in the clip there, but like, if you think about his phrasing, when he says the words, let me tell the people at home what's going on here. He's alluding to a conspiracy.
Yeah.
It's very conspiratorial language.
Oh, that's the whole.
He's basically
the Republican
mainline
party message is just conspiracy theories.
Yeah, but it's just very interesting to me that it's so, like, at least to me, explicitly there in order to tell the American people, don't believe what this media station is telling you.
Yeah. Like, we are on fake news. You are lying to us. The debate's rigged.
These are the rules you set out. You broke these rules. So he's already pointing out something they quote unquote did wrong.
Right.
And then he goes on to say, look what's actually happening here. And then, continues with the party lie. But it's all very constructed. It's why he gives me serial killer vibes. If they found fucking frozen body parts in this motherfucker's basement, I would not be shocked.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be shocked either. Like this motherfucker absolutely.
Do you know how bad it is? It's so bad that if you went into his attic and found the decaying corpse of his mother, to which he like reads every night, I wouldn't be fucking shocked.
Yeah.
Mommy, should I read another page?
Mother, should I turn the page?
Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that's the vibe he gives me. I mean, look. You're the country of, like, Ed Gein.
Ed Gein. Oh, I love serial killers. I love them.
So
that's a topic.
I actually do just want to turn away from the political stuff, and since it is the beginning of Spooky Month,
yes,
I gotta know.
Yeah.
What we've spoken about which horror movies we want to watch and want to still see and all that together.
Right.
But what is a horror movie that you consider, that you've seen, that you personally consider a classic for you?
The Thing. The Thing is my favorite movie of all time.
That is, I keep saying it, but that's a damn good fucking one.
It's a fucking great movie. You haven't seen The Thing?
So I never told you this before, but I have
that.
seen the making of videos. I've seen video essays. I have heard it spoken about on podcasts. It's the reason I haven't seen the thing is because all of the thing is already in my head
We need
without
to watch
having
it.
seen it.
It doesn't
But I
matter if
do
you
want
know
to
it or not.
watch it.
It is absolutely
I do want to watch it.
the best
But
movie ever
I'm
made.
also not a big fan of that actor.
Kurt Russell?
I don't like Kurt Russell.
I like Kurt Russell. He's
It's
not
his
like
face mostly.
oh, really? You're so judgmental. I like Kurt Russell. I think the casting in that movie, every actor fucking kills it.
No,
Holy
the
shit, they
rest,
fucking
the rest
kill
of the
it.
cast I know is pretty good.
They all kill it. They all kill it. They're all amazing. That movie is perfect. It's perfect. I love it so much. It's so good. Every part of it is just so good every time.
Here? We got Keith David.
Keith David, fucking amazing. Brimley, Wilford Brimley,
a legend.
Yeah. Wilford Brimley probably has my favorite
Brimley,
performance in the whole movie.
Lennon's
Palmer's great.
I think I
Nell's
know
is great.
Richard Mazer.
Clark.
Because it also didn't have a very big cast.
No, it didn't have a very big cast at all. Like half these characters.
You know me, I like small cast movies.
Yeah. Like the Norwegian one. That's not a fucking character. Like that's not a character. He shows up, he gets shot.
I do know this guy, I think.
Really?
I've seen him in something. I must have seen him in something, but
Norbert Weiser.
Keith David. Keith David is just
Keith David is great.
Keith's a legend.
He's great.
So like, have you seen, by that merit, have you seen The Shining?
I have actually not seen The Shining.
How much do you know about The Shining?
Pretty much everything.
Same with me and The Thing.
Yeah, I pretty much know everything about The Shining, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. Like, I can't tell you the audio events, but I know every single event in that movie.
So, here's the thing. I'm going to put two celebrities' names here, and you tell me which one you think is more of an artist. Stanley Kubrick or Stephen King?
Ooh, Stanley Kubrick.
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 Because there are two versions of The Shining.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware of the differences. I'm aware that Stephen King. I've read some King stuff. He loves to explain every fucking detail and brutal, gruesome. Not gruesome. I mean, in the terms of boring fucking monologuing. Blah 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 blah. Explain everything. Leave nothing up to interpretation. Have every single thing be said. I hate that. I hate it so much. I don't hate Stephen King. I don't think he's a bad art. I think I consider him an artist. I just think that his style of how he writes is just, I don't like it. I don't like overly long, boring stuff. But I like his movie adaptations because movies are shorter than his books.
Do you want to know something funny, though?
Yes.
About that very fact?
Yeah.
The Shawshank Redemption is a damn near 3-hour movie.
Yeah. But
the book.
What about the book?
It's like, it's a short story. It's actually 1/4 of the book that it's like maybe, I barely want to say 100 pages.
Oh wow. Well,
Like,
still, I think you can get a lot of mileage out of 100 pages of a book if it's incredibly dense. But then again, I'm talking about things like It. The It book is incredibly too big. It is so fucking big, and the movies condense it. But then again, I don't even like it.
Pet Sematary, this was a problem with. A lot of his stuff is very high concept in his mind. Like,
why did that movie come out in 0? Can you go up? That movie came out in 0. Rose Red came out in 0. Look at that.
Probably.
It came out in 0. It came out in 0 according to Google.
Oh, because it's a mini series. It's probably fucked with the years.
Oh.
But was that Katie Holmes? Was that?
No.
No.
You lost your mind.
I have. But, yeah. Jack Nicholson's performance alone in The Shining.
Yeah.
Oof. That's a chilling performance. Carrie was good.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen, honestly, many King movies.
So here's the thing.
I saw Pet Sematary. I saw
the remake or the original.
The original.
The original.
And I saw Cujo. And The Mist. I saw The Mist.
You know that old Stephen King movies have a certain
vibe,
B horror movie feel to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what a guy! What a guy. He looks very odd.
He does look odd. He looks like a zombie.
He has a very distinct.
He also
Like,
Stephen
you don't
King.
even wanna say
Stephen King
jawline.
hits me the way a lot of authors do on Twitter. He's just very lib, you know, retweeting like Donald Trump and going like saying something sarcastic and just get it. Like he's that type of guy, you know, and he's like a very cringe liberal, you know.
I don't think
It's not.
he's a
It's not
Trump
a.
supporter.
No, he's not. He's not. No, I'm saying he's not a Trump supporter. I'm saying like he'll retweet Donald Trump and say like some sarcastic comment against him, just because it's like liberalism type of way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the type of guy to be like a Hillary supporter. That's what Stephen King strikes me as, and well, he kind of is that, and
Endorsed
it's just silly.
Obama.
Well, obviously, yeah, but like he's just silly. He's a silly guy. He's a silly guy on Twitter.
Signed a letter condemning the candidacy of Trump in 2016.
Yeah, he's that type of
guy.
guy. Yeah, he's that type of guy.
What a guy! What a guy!
He's just very much liberal. Yeah, endorsing Elizabeth Warren. Like he's a lib. He's a lib.
So, yeah, but he is a bit like. Remember, he's the kind of rich where it doesn't matter who's president.
Yeah.
You know that level?
Yeah.
You understand? Like, there's a certain level of like rich and powerful where, you know, if Stephen King is really that displeased with the president, it's just like, okay, I'll buy a house in Canada. The fuck you all.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate
Like-
Stephen King. I don't really have anything against Stephen King. I just don't like his style of art. I just don't like the style of his writing. I tried reading the book, what was it, 1963, which was a book where a guy goes back in time through a little crawl space hole in a diner. Very much a Stephen King premise, and he goes back to 1963 in like August or something, and he has to prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy because the diner owner is dying of lung cancer, and he
Oh
wants
my
him to
God.
do that. And
Stephen,
so he has to go prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and the book is like 1,500 pages.
no.
And I got
You wanna know what's
like
the
100
most-
in, and I was like, yeah, I'm not reading this all.
You know what's the most horrifying thing Stephen King ever wrote?
Like in terms of oh God, why did you write this, Stephen? Or in terms of like legitimate scares.
It was part
Was
of
it-
the Shawshank Redemption thing. There were 4 short stories in
Oh,
this
I'm not-
little novel, right? And it was called Apt Pupil. Have you heard of it?
No, I just want to get the page count for 1963 correct. Also, it ends with the fucking a necessity list. Oh no, sorry, it was 859 pages, 849 pages. But this book, I don't know why, but this book is like I have a book, my textbook for my English literature class is like over 1,000 pages, and it's like a fourth the size physically. This book is fucking massive.
This was
Listen to this thing hit my desk when I drop it from like an inch up.
jeez.
It's huge.
So this was the actual book with Shawshank Redemption. It was called Different Seasons. There's 4 short stories. Apt Pupil is probably the most fucking horrifying thing.
Why?
So this short story was
I saw
adapted
Nazi
into a
wardrobe.
film, right? And here's the plot.
I saw
In
stripped naked.
1984, 16-year-old high school student, his elderly neighbor, is a former Nazi concentration camp commandant, who is now a fugitive war criminal. He just casually lives next to a war criminal in Southern California in
He just
1984.
tortures this Nazi, it seems.
And this Nazi takes the kid under his wing. That's what the
Wait a
book is
fucking
about.
minute! This was a Family Guy episode.
oh my god.
This was
The
a Family
fact
Guy
that
episode.
The thing is look who it stars.
No! Is he the Nazi?
He's the Nazi.
The opposite of Magneto.
and even more horrifying is like there's just for some reason, and it's in the book as well.
Schwimmer.
They put it in the movie. It might be a small.
Who the fuck
spoiler,
does
but
David
this
Schwimmer
one-
play?
I think the kid's father or something. Maybe.
I don't want you going hanging out with that Nazi anymore. That's my David
God.
Schwimmer impression.
I hate David Schwimmer.
I
just wondered to myself, who thought this uncharismatic fuck could act?
I fucking hate Friends. Oh my god, I hate Friends so much. It's so unfunny.
I have a changing relationship with Friends because Friends did bring us Lisa Kudrow,
List of
Jennifer
Friends and Joey
Aniston.
characters. Excuse me, is there a show called Joey?
Yes.
I didn't know it list of Friends and Joey characters.
Yes, there's a show called Joey, just like based off. Like, this had multiple seasons.
Who's the Friends actor who just died?
That was Matthew Perry.
That was Chandler.
Chandler.
He died a year ago. God, time flies. Holy shit! I thought that was in like March.
No, but like it keeps coming up because of how he died. Like they say that it reveals this big thing about people like being manipulated and fentanyl.
I didn't even realize he died in 2023. That's so long ago. Damn, it's been a year. I remember seeing that in headlines and being like, "Wow!" And I thought that was in like March. Damn.
No, he was funny, but he couldn't handle his shit. Like that may sound mean.
Fallout New Vegas and hold on, stay on this space right here. Perry was a guest of the Ellen DeGeneres show when he presented Ellen DeGeneres with an Xbox 360 video game console and a copy of Fallout 3. This gesture then led to him casting in Fallout New Vegas as the voice of Benny.
Yeah.
I forgot he was Benny.
Yeah, he was Benny.
He gave Ellen a copy of Fallout 3, which I'm sure she didn't play. Ring a ding ding.
I don't think she played it. But
do you think the Pope played his copy of Undertale?
No.
You don't think so?
No. That would require like.
I want you to set up a Steam account for me. Please set up a Steam account. I need to play Undertale. Mr. MatPat gave me a wonderful game. I need to play it. Oh, Markiplier, this guy is so silly.
Doesn't do anything.
I call everybody must.
What does the Pope's day look like? You wake up, you put on the Pope hat,
you eat your pastina. you sit, eat your pastina, and then you go.
I want to go to Rome today. Take me out to the city.
And then they wheel him around, and they get him to the Pope
Who is the Pope right now?
It's Pope Francis.
Pope
Francis.
Pope Francis.
Since 2013.
Hello, I am Pope Francis.
Wow, this motherfucker's been Pope for 11 years.
He's from Argentina. He's the first from South America.
First from South America.
He's from Buenos Aires.
There was a South African that was a possibility when they did this vote. Did you know that?
I did not know that, no.
A South African was in the running.
What are we talking about?
It was
Desmond Tutu. Oh my god, they were gonna get a black pope.
We almost had a black pope.
You almost had a black pope.
This guy, beloved.
You know, if he was the pope, is he dead? He's dead.
2021.
Damn.
90.
Damn.
But yeah.
He has a kind face. That's a kind face. That's a kind face.
He was a really good guy.
That's a kind face.
You know, I have an instant dislike of Christians. You know this, but this motherfucker was a good soul. Look at him.
He looks very happy. That's a very happy man. Wrong. Yeah, look at him.
This is in San Francisco too.
Yeah. You know what?
Jamming in San Francisco. 1986.
Don't they change their names when they become a pope to become like? Would he have been Pope Desmond, or would he have been like Pope John? Like
he probably would have been Pope like John or something. They always stick to those names.
Nelson Mandela.
What a guy! What a guy! Anyway,
let's talk about Brett Cooper. So you had you a couple episodes ago, or I think it might have been last episode. I don't know. You were like, "Who the fuck is this person?"
Somebody told me. And so this is what I know.
Hold on, I'll pull up a picture. This is Brett Cooper. Brett Cooper.
This is the female Ben Shapiro.
Look at her. Is this not female Ben Shapiro?
I mean, does she work for the Daily Mail?
Daily Wire?
Daily,
Yeah, she
what
does.
Daily
She does. She
Wire?
works for the Daily Wire.
She's
Look at these fucking people. Yeah, current personalities: Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Andrew Clavin, Brett Cooper, and Jordan Peterson. Formerly Candace Owens. These are the personalities that are all featured here on the Daily Wire.
So here's the thing.
All
I
these
don't know
reds.
who Andrew
Clavin, he's a nobody.
Clavin.
He's a
I
nobody.
don't know who Clavin is.
But you know all these other people?
I think out of all of them, the one I know the least is probably Michael Knowles, but I've seen enough to know I don't want to know him. Yeah, he's got a twat face.
Michael
Actually,
Knowles.
I've seen him more than I'm. Yeah, it's just.
So here's the rundown of their
Matt
past.
Walsh has the
Ben
dumbest
Shapiro's a
things to say
failed
about
writer, failed actor, failed actor, and writer. Failed writer. Nobody. She didn't really have a personality. She didn't have. She's like this. She's like 22. Like Brett Cooper's like. Brett Cooper. Yeah, she's 22. Like she didn't have anything before this. Fucking
you know
Jesus
someone
Christ! The
who's-
file, the burnout that Jordan Peterson had in his career. Oh my God. Oh, there should be an essay written about how fucking hard he crashed. And then I forget what she did.
You know, like my main.
Oh, she used to be a Democrat. Candace Owens used to be a Hillary supporter. I think. Gamergate. Yeah, she used to be like a Democrat before she was Republican, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she was critical of Donald Trump. Anyway, continue what you were saying.
Hmm?
You were saying something.
I was.
You were.
I don't know.
No, the Daily Wire fucking sucks. They're horrible. But Brett Cooper is their woman Ben Shapiro. Fun fact about her: she's playing Snow White in their remake of the movie Snow White. Snow White and the Evil Queen. She's playing Snow White.
Of course she is.
This movie is one of those because Snow White's public domain. You just can't use
Yeah,
the
it
seven
is.
dwarves as in the title, but you can't call your movie like Snow White and dwarves. So fuck, you have to
This
use
is what-
Evil Queen. So
like, most of
yeah.
my news about the Daily Wire comes from like some more news.
yeah, some more news.
So Cody, I don't know how much of his content you've actually watched,
I've watched a few.
but a lot of it goes in hard on Ben Shapiro.
Oh yeah, because
and
the Ben
Jordan
Shapiro
Peterson.
fucking sucks.
No, but like on a personal level.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
To a
Al
point where
Schneider.
there's personal beef there even.
yeah.
And like that's pretty much been my source of news on the Daily Wire. And this Brett Cooper person, I don't imagine that they're doing anything different than any of the other idiots other than,
Her
it's
format.
a woman doing.
So the way she actually does her stuff.
Actually, not even that different because now they just replaced a black woman with a white woman.
Well, no,
They're
she
just
was here, but she was here.
whitening.
She was here before Candace left. Candace left
Yeah,
this
but
year.
like, but like now she's more at the forefront. if
No,
you
she was no,
understand,
she
right?
no. Candace Owens had her own style of the show. Well, and Brett Cooper's here to appeal to gamers. Brett Cooper is here for gamers. If you look at her setup here, look at her setup compared to the others. She has a gamer headphones on, gamer mic, like a streamer
I
background.
saw a clip about this woman actually now that you.
Yeah,
showed
look at
that.
this is
But you
this
know
is her
what?
style. This is
Isn't
what
that
she
a
put a
set?
fucking she put a fucking JoJo edit over JD Vance.
Isn't
This is all set. They're all sets. This is all a set.
yeah? This isn't a room.
This
Like,
isn't a
isn't
This isn't a room in her
This
house.
on
This
a
is
soundstage.
this is a soundstage. Yeah, it's a completely fabricated. It's a completely fabricated.
I did see a
set
video
here.
about her. This is her.
This is
the
her.
soundstage. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
My biology is not your costume. Women are fighting back against this. Brett reacts if teen boys were 100% honest. Brett Cooper reacts to her TikTok haters. Leftist streamer triggered by the comment section. And it's Hassan. Like,
So has she had any notable takes or moments?
no, none. She's a nobody. She's her every single thing that comes out of her mouth is given to her to say.
By Ben.
Fully fabricated. Ben and Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jeremy Boring.
Oh right, Boring.
He's the guy from
Yes.
from the movie, from that fucking horrible movie.
Cody went in hard on Boring as well.
Because he's boring. Used all their productions.
But that was when Cody did the movie review for.
Here's their films. Lady Ballers.
Lady Ballers.
Here's the full movie list of the Daily Wire. You have Run, Hide, Fight, which was the school shooting action movie. Yeah, it was directed by Kyle Rankin. If that name is familiar at all. He made
nothing of value.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard this name before though. Maybe it's because I already watched a video. I watched several videos on Run, Hide, Fight when it came out. Anyway, you have Shut In. Nobody knows what this fucking thing is. Hyperions. What is a Woman? We all know What is a Woman. Terror on the Prairie, which was made to star Gina Carano. You know Gina Carano?
Yes.
Yeah, she was in The Mandalorian, and then she said wearing a mask is literally like being a Jew in the Holocaust, and then Disney fired her, and then she went to go work for the Daily Wire for Terror on the Prairie, which was a very boring, like Western. Then you have The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, which was Candace Owens' documentary about George Floyd, saying that George Floyd was how he died actually from an overdose. Conveniently at the same, he conveniently died of an overdose at the same time he was being attacked by a police officer. Just conveniently, the ketamine or whatever the fuck, the fentanyl conveniently killed him at that moment. It wasn't the cop, it was the fentanyl at that moment. Anyway, My Dinner with Trump, which is just a documentary about Trump, I guess. Lady Ballers, which is one of the unfunniest movies ever made. Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot. Now, I don't know what this is, but I'm sure this is horrible. Plot, inspired by a true story. The film stars the Demon Possum Trot. I don't know. Now, this could either be two things. This was filmed and then bought by the Daily Wire, where this had absolutely nothing to do with the Daily Wire and its production, or this was made by the Daily Wire themselves. But I don't think, considering that a lot of these people here don't even have articles and things, I'm assuming that this was. I heard an instance of them just buying a movie that had nothing to do with anything else they were producing, and then the creators of the movie getting upset that their movie was being put onto the Daily Wire, and I think it was this one. So I don't know anything about this, but it might be that. Am I Racist, which is a brand new documentary from Matt Walsh, which is just What is a Woman but for racism. Like literally the exact same thing. And then Snow White and the Evil Queen. Not to mention all the TV shows here, like Mr. Bertram.
Oh God.
And
the thing
Chip
is
Chilla.
that I think that
Adam Carolla.
like, all this attention on the Daily Wire.
Fauci Unmasked.
I think.
I forgot they're making an Atlas Shrugged TV show. Would you read this? Would you watch the Atlas Shrugged TV show with me? If I locked you in the room and made you watch the Atlas Shrugged movie with me?
I mean, you'd have to lock me in the room.
My
room is very far away from your room.
I hate this woman. I will make sure all people are miserable. That's my Ayn Rand impression.
No.
We hate you.
Anything.
I hate you. This is what Ayn Rand views as the paradise of the future.
How dull.
How dull. Oire, Colorado is the basis for Rand's description on Galt's Gulch. Galt's Gulch in the book is like a paradise of adventure capitalism, where only the rich are able to do their thing without the impediment of the government. That's Rand's Gulch, and it just turned into suburban America. I fucking hate Ayn Rand, but that's a topic for another day. Right now, any closing statements? Any closing thoughts? We've been going for enough time for an episode.
I mean, what did we learn today?
We learned Palworld was good. The debate was okay. Brett Cooper sucks. And Stephen King looks weird.
I mean, Sonic 06 is.
Oh, and Sonic.
very
We talked about
sweet.
Sonic. Yeah.
You cannot forget the Sonic fans out there on Tumblr
Look, alright, it's not Tumblr.
and
It's
and
DeviantArt.
DeviantArt.
It's not Tumblr. It was
They're
Tumblr.
everywhere.
They're like a fucking.
They
They're like
spread.
a mind virus.
They're in VR chat right now.
They're in VR chat right now, putting feet up in people's faces.
Do you know what is a really old meme? Do you know for one last thing? Do you know the really old meme of "Do you know the way"?
Are you joking?
Do you know the way?
Are you joking?
Do you know the way?
Are you legitimately
way.
doing a Ugandan Knuckles impression as we're ending stream?
Yes.
Are you doing this ironically?
I thought it was hilarious.
You thought it was funny?
Yeah.
You thought Ugandan Knuckles was funny?
Yeah.
That might be your worst opinion ever.
Okay, so tell me why.
Because it is so unfunny! It is so fucking annoying! I was a child when that meme. That was the prime demographic for that, and I thought it was fucking annoying. It's the cringiest shit ever. That is your worst opinion. More than being a
But the thing
misandrist is that
is-
you thought Ugandan Knuckles was funny.
But it is.
No, it's not! It's objectively the fucking most annoying fuck. I think of that when I think of Ugandan Knuckles, I think of like PewDiePie. I think of like fucking PewDiePie, Redditor, fucking memes, and I hate that shit. That's what Ugandan Knuckles is. It's Redditor shit.
That is exactly what Uganda Knuckles is meant to be. It's meant
No,
to
it
annoy
was
people like you.
no. You
That is
don't.
exactly
I
it.
cannot
You're
believe.
just- you're
I
just
cannot
filling my heart
believe.
with fuzzy warmth.
I cannot believe that
Proving
you
me right.
fucking like
I am
Uganda
validated
Knuckles.
in this moment.
No, no,
Do you
no,
know the way?
no,
I know the way.
no, no, no,
All of my brothers and sisters
no, no, stop. Do not. No, this is legitimately the most I've gotten annoyed in a long while. And it's only at the idea of you giggling your fucking ass off at a Uganda Knuckles compilation in 2017 and go like, damn, this is hilarious.
I didn't watch a compilation. I'm not the idiot who does that. Like, I'm the person who thought it was a really funny joke, and whenever it comes up in a subtle way, it's funny because it's so out of left field. The thing with Uganda Knuckles is that it's that type of comedy that appeals to me because it's so out of left field. Like,
I get that, but as someone who
Like,
was like in
think
the
of it
middle
this
of
way,
that
on a
shit when
dated-
it came
on a
out,
dated
every
vague
fucking
basis.
video I would have seen would have been Uganda Knuckles and shit, and it was just so unfunny every single, because it was so overplayed. It was so sat just so much of it that I would just get so upset whenever every single time I see it. I would just be like, no, stop, please. And looking back now, so many fucking things of that era are just so cringe to me that I just hate.
Yeah,
But
cringe was that era though.
yeah, it
Cringe
was. It
that
kind of
era.
was. Well,
On that bombshell. I know.
everyone enjoy your rest of
Riley
your
knows the
day.
way.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Enjoy the rest of the way.
No, stop. Done. We're done. That's it.